I love to work. I love to be busy. I love being around people. I love to make them feel good.
Christine Quinn, the celebrity real estate agent, has officially both quit the Oppenheim group and Selling Sunset after a massive feud that blew the lid off the can for Christine's departure. If you watch the show, you'd know that this has kind of been a long time coming, and her position as the sarcastic, outspoken coworker at Oppenheim has been dwindling since the end of season 3. The majority of her castmates refused to directly engage with her due to past feuds, but it didn't really matter because she's barely on screen. Then, the season 5 finale ended in a major cliffhanger when she didn't show up to a meeting with the bosses over a bribery allegation. Now it's been confirmed that she's been officially exiled from the group for good. It seems she's headed in her own direction though, with the goal of being the CEO of her own real estate group, with one major twist that could shake up the entire real estate industry. Before deciding to get a real estate license and entering into the world of Selling Sunset, Christine Quinn was a model. She appeared in Vogue, Marie Claire, and InStyle. She did so for about 2 years before deciding to find a more stable career and following her passion for architecture and design. She worked to get her real estate license in Los Angeles, and from there began working for the Oppenheim Group as a realtor associate. She worked there for 7 years before season 5 aired and has plenty of experience selling homes to the rich and famous. She reportedly makes 6 figures from commission each time she sells a home, and has stated that the Netflix series doesn't fund her lifestyle, but that her actual job does. When she first appeared in Selling Sunset in season 1, she became the villain archetype that counters Chrishell with their constant feuding. Christine is very sarcastic and extremely intent on bringing all the drama to the show, where she is usually the center of attention, and not always in a good way. Apparently, her net worth is around $2 million, and she is an extremely successful real estate agent in her own right. In 2019, Christine and her now husband Christian Dramontet got married in an extremely lavish wedding. Her ring reportedly cost $1 million, and her wedding theme was Winter Wonderland with an evil twist. Her dress is pretty unique and quite stunning. They got married in downtown LA in a beautiful cathedral. A little bit about Christian though, he is an extremely successful businessman in his own right as a software engineer, tech entrepreneur, and investor. He sold his money Foodler to Grubhub in 2016 for $65 million. Foodler was an exceptional company because unlike other multi-million-dollar companies, it wasn't backed by investors. He built the entire establishment up by his own bootstraps and sold it for an insane profit. So back to the show. As it went on, Christine became cemented as the villain who would start feuds with other cast members, often to the detriment of them not being willing to speak to her at all. Her one-liners and her outlandish fashion choices were a huge part of Selling Sunset's popularity. But as the seasons went on, Christine was appearing on the show less and less. It was thought that she may not have wanted to continue appearing as her feuds with her coworkers meant that no one wanted to directly interact with her, which is tough when you're, filming a television show. Eventually, by season 4, she appeared maybe a handful of times, but certainly not in any substantial capacity. And then season 5 hit Netflix and the whole thing really blew up. In the first reunion episode that Selling Sunset has ever hosted, we were told that Christine Quinn couldn't attend the recording due to illness. While she is a loved and hated character on the series, plenty of people were worried about what is to come, as she is seen as the driving force of a lot of the excitement the series has seen. In the final few episodes of season 5, Christine was accused of giving cash offers to clients as a way to lure their business to her account. The reports were made by Emma Hernan, Christine's replacement. The season 5 finale episode ends with Christine no-showing a meeting with Jason Oppenheim and Mary Fitzgerald to discuss the accusations made by Emma. Christine stands accused of offering one of Emma's clients $5,000 to do business with her rather than continue on with Emma. More recently, Christine's former pal on the Selling Sunset screen, Davina Portratz, has spoken out about the situation. Quote, "I was so confused that I was like, what's happening? Why is this happening? Do we have all the information? Because this surely can't be the case. But I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. It's just very sad and heartbreaking to hear that this is even out there. I just am very disappointed, and that's really all I can say. It's very low, and I wish she wouldn't be caught up in something like that." Davina seemed to miss her former friendship with Christine. Throughout the course of season 5, Davina heard about comments Christine was making to the other women about her. Christine seemed to imply that Davina was a people pleaser with no standards of her own. So Davina said, quote, "It was honestly heartbreaking and just very disappointing. I really care about her as a person, and I know she knows that, so I was kind of shocked to see how she talked about me, and I couldn't really believe it. I truly care about Christine, so I'm sitting here trying to defend her actions to people and be sympathetic and empathetic to whatever she's going through, but it's like she doesn't appreciate it." In In the end, Davina decided it's every woman for herself in the Oppenheim world. She explained, quote, "At some point, I would never hurt anyone, but I have to just say then, stay out of it, because I don't know what's going on." She also added that the rumors about Christine's bribery didn't come up at the brokerage firm for a long time. So when Christine basically decided not to even bother attending the emergency meeting about the bribery, it seemed like the beginning of the end for her time on Selling Sunset, and fans were absolutely right. Although it wasn't mentioned on the television show itself, reportedly Christine left of her own volition because she is a huge proponent of cryptocurrencies and their potential in the real estate business, and Oppenheim outright refused to work with it. Quinn is no longer listed as a real estate agent on the company's website, although her picture is still present in the group photo under the label Our Team. She did confirm outside of the television show that she is leaving the Oppenheim group, and a lot of fans are speculating about what's going to happen to their beloved reality television show. She was the glue that held the show together when it came to intensity and excitement. A lot of fans are worried that this is the end of Selling Sunset if they can't find a replacement as enigmatic as Christine was. That being said, some fans are hoping that Christine Quinn gets her own reality television show now that she very recently revealed that she is opening up her own real estate company called Real Open. The company itself is supposed to bridge the gap between digital assets and physical goods. Using secure proprietary software, Real Open will allow anyone, anywhere to purchase or sell a home via cryptocurrencies in a time when many brokerages and agents shy away from the process. It's the first company of its kind and has massive potential given the upscale clientele that Christine will deal with. People value their money the more they have it, and so to buy real estate in a fully protected, untraceable cryptocurrency is both a little worrying and extremely profitable. Christine's husband stated, quote, "We saw a great market opportunity for cryptocurrency digital asset holders. Cryptocurrency market caps are over $2 trillion right now. Our initial target demographic for Real Open is crypto whales, commonly defined as someone with $5 million or more in digital assets who holds it without selling in hopes of future profits." Christine also told Forbes, quote, "A lot of brokerages are very wary about accepting crypto because they don't understand the inner workings of it, so that's why it's very difficult for agents to do these transactions. A, the brokers don't know anything about crypto, and B, don't know how to do it, and C, don't understand how reliable and how safe it actually is. The process that Real Open uses is absolutely reliable and foolproof."
Is it love?
It is love.
That is so exciting!
Chrishell Stause is the actress behind the hit Netflix television show Selling Sunset. While also being an actress with a prominent and impressive list of credits, her work as a real estate agent was most thoroughly shown on Selling Sunset, in which she deals in luxury homes for the rich and famous in Los Angeles. She has had an extremely messy love life, having been engaged to Matthew Morrison of Glee fame till 2007 before it didn't work out. Then she married Justin Hartley before they would split in 2019. Then she dated around before meeting Jason Oppenheim, also a real estate agent. They also split up in December 2021. Now with this new season of Selling Sunset, the breakup takes front and center and shows just how messy it actually got. Chrishell was born in Draftonville, Kentucky. Chrishell is actually her middle name, with her first name being Tarina. As the story goes, her middle name came to be on the day of her birth. Her mother was in a gas station, a Shell gas station to be specific, when she went into labor. The gas station attendant, Chris, helped her deliver her baby, and so, to honor the unusual way that Tarina came into the world, her middle name became Chrishell. In 2005, Chrishell got cast in the ABC soap opera television show All My Children as the character of Amanda Dillon. In April 2013, 2 years after All My Children, she was cast in the NBC show Days of Our Lives as Jordan Ridgway. The role only lasted a while, however, before Chrishell left the series in 2015. In 2018, she came back to the show to reprise her role in the series that would begin in February 2019. She would go on to star in a few other soap operas, including Young and the Restless and Mistresses. It wasn't until 2017 that she got her first leading role in the thriller Eve of Abduction. In 2016, Chrishell initially became a realtor to negotiate and protect her own interests. Having found a real passion for the profession, she now brings that same experience, knowledge, and advocacy to all of her clients. She worked at a different brokerage before being hired in the Oppenheim group. The agency would hire her and begin her work in Selling Sunset. Now, the beginning of Selling Sunset Sunset follows a company called the Oppenheim Group, as they sell the luxury lifestyles to affluent buyers in Los Angeles. They work specifically in mansion real estate in the Beverly Hills and basically sell the homes of the rich and famous. The show is currently on its 5th season and documents the lives of the real estate agents as much as it does the homes that they sell. In the first season of Selling Sunset, Chrishell spoke about her relationship with Matthew Morrison back in 2007. Quote, "If I ended up with a person I was with at 25, I would want to end my life. And yeah, you can Google that. You were a dick, sorry." Matthew Morrison also stated in 2013 that he proposed to Stause because he, quote, "felt under pressure from society to marry. Quote, I didn't do it for the right reasons. We've been going out for a year or so. I was thinking, this is the age when you should probably start having kids, so this is what I should do. But after I did it, I immediately felt in my heart it wasn't right. My instant thought was, what did you just do? We talked and decided to break off the engagement. It was messed up. It turned out to be one of the biggest growing experiences I've had as a man. I'd made this massive decision. I'd promised this girl a life together, and I couldn't follow through. It was awful." Chrishell then dated around before she found Justin Hartley of This Is Us fame. Unfortunately, they would get divorced in 2019. In season 3 of Selling Sunset, Chrishell opened up about the divorce. Quote, "It takes a toll on your soul, where you just feel like the anger, like how could you do it this way? And the sadness, like I love him so much. This was my best friend. Who do I talk to now? It's such a roller coaster." In the divorce papers that were found, Justin Hartley claimed that the pair had split in July 2019. They did, however, attend the Emmys together in September of that same year. However, Stause listed their date of separation as November, the same day he filed for divorce. The reasoning behind the divorce is irreconcilable differences, which, while I want to make this clear that it isn't confirmed if this is true, usually irreconcilable differences means instances of cheating and unfaithfulness. In May 2020, a few months after they separated, Justin began seeing his co-star Sophia Pernas. The divorce finalized in January 2021. In July 2021, Chrishell posted a series of photos on Instagram that showed her and Jason Oppenheim cuddling up and getting close. Jason Oppenheim is the founder and CEO of the Oppenheim Group. When the Instagram photos were posted, several of Chrishell and Jason's co-workers chimed in to show their support and love for the couple. The relationship was then shortly after confirmed by Jason, who stated, quote, "Chrishell and I became close friends and it was developed into an amazing relationship. I care about her deeply and we're very happy together." That being said, the relationship would only last until the end of 2021. Apparently, the reasoning behind the divorce was because the duo had different wants regarding their starting a family. Chrishell wrote on social media, quote, "Men have the luxury of time that women don't, and that's just the way it goes. All of that being said, navigating this public terrain is difficult and I'm just trying my best." Meanwhile, Jason stated, quote, "She was the most amazing girlfriend I've ever had, and it was the happiest and most fulfilling relationship of my life." Nothing has been said so far about Chrishell's job status, although I'm sure it was pretty awkward after the breakup to go into work the next day. But also, she could never be fired because that would be unjust. And now that season 5 of Selling Sunset has been released, it has documented the entire breakup and shows the public just how messy the whole thing got. Chrishell is absolutely determined to be a mom, and it seems like these days, having a partner is becoming less and less of a priority in her pursuit of being a mom. When asked about having a child without a partner, she stated, quote, "We'll see what happens with my future, but I definitely think that I'm keeping all my options open. I would love to find the right person, but if it doesn't happen, I feel like I could do it on my own." That's something that seems scary, but it also seems a little freeing, knowing that I'm not tied down to this idea that I only have this finite amount of time to figure it out. She also reiterated that while she still loves Jason, you can't really talk through a difference in wanting to start a family. It's something you either want or don't, and for Chrishell, it's a deal breaker in a relationship. The two are, however, on super good terms despite the show seeming to amp up the messiness of the breakup. Obviously, it's not going to be treated the same as any other breakup because Chrishell was dating her boss, so all the personal tangles begin to mix in with all the professional ones. The show kind of amps up the intensity of it all, but only a few months after they broke up, Jason openly supported Chrishell at the signing of her book called Under Construction: Living My Best Life Took a Little Work. He posed for pictures with his ex at the Barnes & Noble signing. Now, we've got the reunion episode, which is set to air after season 5 finished. They didn't show the breakup on screen, instead wanting privacy during the moment when they decided to end their relationship. Jason told Us Weekly, quote, "It was an extremely difficult time, and it was, I think, a conscious decision that we were not filmed together. I wasn't comfortable. I mean, it was a very difficult time." The reunion was filmed on April 24th and will premiere on May 6th, so it will be the most up-to-date version of what we have at the time of this video being released.